Hey, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant, and today what I'm going to talk about is Bunny. I'm going to show you guys the same free-to-play, easy build that I'm using for Bunny. Alright, it has over 48,000 defense. It is crazy. Some people thought I must have used an Energy Activator, I must have done, some of my module slots up. No, that's not the case. Alright, look, everything that I do, if you guys have watched the streams, you will know that I'm doing it free to play. So, not to say that free to play players won't eventually have energy activators, but you don't really want to spend on that without knowing whether you'll like the character. So the first type of build that I'll be designing for all characters, instead of just going straight to an endgame build and saying this is perfect, well, no, what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you guys how I build up each character using just the 60 mod capacity that you have. Alright, I'll show you how I build it up so that you can pull off some amazing stuff like you've pretty much seen on my streams, pretty much like what the video is showing you in the background. How do you actually get in there and slay everything with Bunny while surviving, without kissing the floor. All right, I'm going to show you all that. But before we get into the build, you know the usual drill. If you haven't already registered your support for me, please use the link in the video description, register as a supporter. It's free to do so, and it'll help you out, especially if you think my content is worth your time. All right? Okay, now, let's get into the build, shall we? Now, when it comes to building up Bunny, all right, pay no attention to the weapons. These I'm just using for leveling purposes. I'm also going to remove my camera so it's easier to talk about this. And excuse the coughing. When it comes to Bunny, the first and most important thing that you need to understand is that Bunny has two sets of skills, okay? Unfortunately, we have to listen to her spiel, but shocked. Okay, great. So Thrill Bomb and her ultimate, which is maximum power, are both fusion type skills. All of these are electric types, so don't have to worry about that. But her pulsing lightning emission is a singular type skill. Okay, so this creates some differences in how you're supposed to play Bunny and how you're supposed to be running Bunny. Okay, now when it comes to Bunny skills, all right, lightning emission is generally the one that we use the most. Okay, so when it comes to a reactor, the first thing you need to understand is that you want to boost electric skill power, obviously, and singular skill power. This focuses on lightning emission, which is your main means of not only killing foes but getting rid of hordes. Bunny is ultimately a horde clear farming type character, so we want to gear her for that. All right, you don't really want to gear her for single target damage because, quite frankly, her ultimate is enough to deal quite a significant amount of damage, to most targets, and I've used it for that, so you don't really need to boost that. You want to boost the lightning emission, which you're going to be using 99% of the time. All right, there's also a combat demonstration section at the end of this, so please do check that out. So first and foremost, to build up the kind of stats that you're seeing down there, okay, 49,000 defense, all right, hit points of 3,100, your external components are going to matter big time. Let's go through them right now. Your auxiliary support should have defense as its main role and maximized hit points as its sub role. Please take note that the options that you want to have should be gold, all right? So maximum hit points, and the other one should be the resistance element for the auxiliary support. I haven't gotten a god roll on this yet, but I will eventually. For my defense support sensor, I've got defense roll here, chill resistance, max MP, pretty standard. For my defense support memory, you want a defense roll, electric resistance, and of course a defense roll again. This is one of the only ones that can roll double defense, so I would really recommend this, all right? I'm trying to get a gold version with a gold defense roll, but that's proving a lot more difficult than I thought. Okay. Defense support processor. Messed that up. But anyway, for the defense support processor, this is where you will get defense and max shield. You can also get a resistance on it, but again, I have to god roll a lot of these. So these are not fully ideal components just yet, but they're pretty close. They're pretty close, all right? This is how you'll get all the stats you need for your character. And this is how you will eventually achieve the 49,000 defense. Now let's take a look at the Descendant build. Weapons, the weapons don't really matter as much, so I won't be going through them. Quite frankly, I just put whatever I'm leveling on Bunny, because Bunny is mostly a skill-based character. As for the weapons, you guys should have already checked out my weapons guide, because the basic build for weapons, until you find that one weapon that you're going to invest in, most likely is going to be the Tamer and some of the other ultimates, But until you find that one weapon you're going to invest in, most of the time you will not be investing in your weapons. You'll just be using the base build, which I have taught to all of you already. If you haven't checked out that video, please do check it out. But now, the main meat. Let's go to Bunny's build, okay? Let me show you how I achieve these insane stats. It's not just due to my external components. Of course, you have to take into account the modules, but just to show you, I have not increased my mod capacity, and here's the best part. Every single module that I have not put any slots in. These are the basic default slots that Bunny comes with, all right? She comes with a Xantic slot up here and a Malachite slot here. So that's it. You are looking at nothing but the base Bunny. So to those of you that thought that I upgraded everything, I hate to tell you that you're wrong, but look, this is the difference between an official content creator who knows what they're doing and some of the people that just throw you the clickbait. I know many of you have complained to me about those videos. Look, I can't help you with those yet because I cannot disprove them since I am not at the end game yet. All right, I'm still working my way up there. Of course, I'm in hard mode already. I'm still working my way up there, but we will compare my builds when I get there versus their builds, and we'll see how it goes. But for now, this is what I've got. This is what I've been using to clear everything. All right, let's check it out. Okay. The first thing that I put in is increased defense. This should always be maxed on every Descendant. Same with your melee skill, okay? Take note that if you do not have a melee mod in your skill set, your module capacity drops by 10. So the melee mod, as you guys should know by now, increases your module capacity, okay? This is pretty standard knowledge, but in case you don't know that, that's why you should be maxing out your melee module. Now, defense is the first thing that you're gonna need. Maximize this. Why? It will keep you alive. 50,000 defense is generally good enough for most content up to level 100. To go beyond that, you're gonna need about 64,000 roughly, all right? Maybe a bit beyond that. But you won't actually have that until not only are your external components perfected, but also until you get more defense via Spear and Shield, which is one of the most useful cards in useful modules in this game. Cards, lol. Anyway, for the most part, when you're leveling up to 100, increased defense is your best friend. Next is increased hit points. So if you're going to put in any module slots here, I would say half the cost of increased defense, half the cost of increased hit points, because these two are crucial. All right, they're extremely crucial to your journey as a First Descendant. So make sure you have both of these maxed out when you can. HP Collector's base version is good enough, okay? You only want to level it up once you reach the stage whereby, okay, your character is like maximized, you've decided that you want Bunny to be your main, you've put in the Energy Activator, that's when you start maxing this out, okay? But base is good enough for your free-to-play version for the easy build, yeah? Next, maximize range. 3 ranks are enough. Why? Because every increase in the rank of maximized range is going to cost you skill power. You don't really want that. There are other ways that you can increase range. I'll be experimenting with that once I reach end game. But, excuse me, in this early stage, okay, you do not need as much skill power as you might think. So, dropping your skill power a little bit doesn't really matter, and that is why maximized range is utilized, okay? If you use maximized range with just 3 ranks, you get a skill range of 35%, which is more than enough for wiping out most foes around you, all right? Of course, you really want a bigger one, but I'll just be frank with you, it's difficult to achieve that. So this is one of the cheapest ways of achieving this, okay? Spear and Shield is a basic wonder. You don't have to upgrade this at all. 22% extra defense, 8.1% skill power. Very good. Of course, toward endgame, you want to max this out. Nimble Fingers must be maxed. Why? This brings the cooldown of your lightning emission from 30 seconds down to 20.5 seconds. The duration of this is 20 seconds. So with a maxed out Nimble Fingers, no need to consider this. As soon as it's down, you have half a second and you can turn it back up again. Easy. All right, so this is why I utilize Nimble Fingers over anything else. It's fairly cheap to maximize since it comes to about only 12 points, and you can put it into the Malachite slot, which halves the cost, brings it down to 6. Last but not least, Focus on Electric. Focus on Electric comes with skill cooldown as well as electric skill power. This acts as a multiplier for your natural electric skills, okay? So when focusing on lightning emission, if you have the extra skill power, it multiplies with whatever the skill power is shown here, all right? So although this is showing you the skill power is going down due to maximized range, it doesn't take into account the 8.1% from Spear and Shield, and it further doesn't take into account, actually wait, I think it does. Hold on, sorry. Let me just correct that. Yeah, okay, so it does further take into account. Let me just save that. Does it or does it not? I just want to be sure, because the tooltips have had some errors. Okay, so yeah, I was correct on this. It doesn't actually show the increase in skill power from Spear and Shield, but it does actually increase your skill power, and apparently it is in a different bracket, so this 8.1% acts as a multiplier, which is way better than having it be additive, all right? So both of these act as skill power multipliers, which is how you end up dealing a lot more damage than you might think. You can actually test this out in a training lab for yourself if you want to see it. Just take out these two, see how much damage you do, add these two in, and watch the damage skyrocket, okay? So this is what I do for my bunny build. And this is how, thanks to all these skills being at these exact ranks, so maximize increased defense, enhancement level 6 for HP, enhancement level 6 for focus on electric, enhancement level 7 for nimble fingers, and enhancement level 3 for maximize range. Okay, the rest are base. That is how I have a skill power of 16,000 and defense of 49,000, hit points of 3,104. Combine this with external components and you're pretty much good to go. That is my bunny build, all right? But how does it actually feel in the field? Well, without editing this video, one thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into... Sorry, I believe it is White Knight Gulch. Is it White Knight Gulch? Yes, it is. Okay, mountaintops. Without editing, just to show you that there's no hanky-panky going on, I'm going to go in and actually demonstrate the build to you guys in actual combat versus hard mode. Okay, you'll actually probably see me do a lot of this on stream already, but for those of you that don't watch stream, I'm sure a quick demonstration would help out. All right, I could run all the way across to the other side, but I'm really lazy to do that, so we'll just wait for this thing to come by. Oh no. There we go. Nobody saw that. Okay, nobody saw that. I never miss. Never. This would be so much easier if I could edit this, but I know I can't. So one thing which I like to do is I like to show people without any edits, you know, so that they don't know I'm not bullshitting, how these builds work and, you know, how we do everything that we do. A lot of time, this is why I advise you guys, if you guys want the real information, please do follow proper creators, properly, you know. The official creators usually are a bit better because they usually know what they're doing. I'm not saying the unofficial aren't great, but some of them can post clickbait. It can be problematic, so think carefully, all right?
Yes, but be careful.
All right.
The inside of the barrier is very dangerous. Stay
So with
focused.
Bunny, as you know, your main role is just go around, zip zap zoom. Not to say that you can't die, but with these kinds of stats, it's a lot harder to die. Okay, so utilize your electricity, go around, zip zap, roll when you need to. All right, many of you know about my bunny rolling of death.
Their energy is powering the barrier. By getting rid of them, we'll be able to remove the barrier.
Ooh, took a nasty shot there. That happens. But don't worry, your HP collector will protect you. And you can always slam down with your Tonfas if things get bad. As soon as your electric skill goes down, back up again. Take note once again that this is hard mode, so all the monsters are at the appropriate level for, you know, well, most of what you need to do.
There's another one. Let's deal with him quickly.
There we go. Drill bomb. Okay. Yeah. As you can see, Bunny involves very little effort. If I wasn't coughing, I'd probably be like 6 times more hyped for this video. But I'm trying desperately not to cough while talking to you guys, you know? I want to bring you guys the information, but not ruin your ears. But yeah, Bunny is great. She is the ultimate farming queen. Alright, you can just go around farming with her. You can farm anything under the sun.
The barrier is getting weaker. Eliminating the final Vulgus sustaining the energy should open the way.
And you can see that her ult still works pretty well, so yeah. There you go.
Right? Now we can go through the gate.
And there you go. There is a demonstration of how the ultimate bun car works. Well, I call her ultimate, but this is literally just my free-to-play bunny. Alright, so that's it. That's how you build your bunny. That's what bunny feels like. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you enjoy my content. Don't forget to become a supporter as well. Link is in the description of the video. Alright, and look forward to more builds from me. Many of you have asked me how I build my characters, how to do this. Don't worry. All of that content is coming down the pipeline. So be patient because I got you. I got you, okay? Just be patient and I promise you we'll be there. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. What I need from you guys, all right, is to like, share, and subscribe as always, but also take note of the top people supporting the stream and keeping this channel alive right now, all right? I'm gonna thank the top supporters of this channel before we go, all right? It's always what we like to do. Every video that I have the chance to do so, I always thank my top supporters. So, for the month of July, top super chatter, Salem. Top super chatter list includes Don Magix, John McKinley, Arcane Silver, Crixus, Mr. X, Princess Star, i3XO, Iron SBO, thank you so much. Ted Wu is also up there, thank you so much. Top channel membership gifter is i3XO with 15 gifted memberships. Top membership gifter list includes LGS Immortal and Track Hoodie. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much it means for all of you guys to be so awesome. All right. Last but not least, our top tier channel members, BVS Fang, i3XO, Kyle Gross, and Nisk at the only fan level. You also have Arcane Silver and Death Dawning 982 at Plus Ultra. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for keeping this channel running. I hope you enjoy my content, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good day now. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone, okay? Catch you later.